here. Come on. Get over here. You get over here, buddy. You get over here. You get over here. Huh? Give me that. Yeah, there's my friend. Hey, this is Brad Buckner, sharpensbest.com down here in Denver today. Beautiful day, blue sky, sunny, warm. I don't know what it is, 50 degrees or so. You know, just a little bit about where I've been. I kind of belong with a company now that does a lot of travel. They do hotels and cruises and airfare and hotels and all kinds of stuff, excursions if you want to after you get there. So anyway, I wanted to see if the travel site did what it said it would do. And I was kind of looking, you know, comparing with Priceline and Kayak and Cheapo Air, places like that, you know. So anyway, in Cancun, I'd never been there before, and so I started looking in Cancun for cheap hotels, you know, and then you go up from there if you want to. And so then I got things written down and got the prices and where they were located and what kind of hotel they were, you know, and if they were all inclusive or not, and you know, kind of made a category of the hotels, and then wrote the names down. And then I went to iBuumerang.com, has a website called iGo, and it's executive travel out of Houston, Texas, and they've been in business 18, 19 years now. It's a big company. And so I went on their site and looked and found the same hotel, exact same hotel, not like, but the exact same hotel. And then started, you know, breaking the category down to exactly what I wanted, how many days I was going to stay, what room I was going to stay in, and everything. And then while I was looking at it, it was $100 a week, $100 for 9 days, cheaper than the others. And I thought, I've never been to Cancun, so I just booked it. Had no intention of booking it, but I did. So anyway, I flew down there, and everything was great. The flight was great. Everything was good. I can't even remember. I think it was like 4 hours, 4.5 hours from Denver to Cancun. And then to get over, and don't take the speedy shuttle. Just catch a city bus once you know what you're doing. There's $65 difference. You know, you just shake your head, but I didn't know the area, never been there before, and thought, just go, you know, learn about it. And so that was pretty cool. And so I'm going to go back. We got a little more research to do, but we're going to have a new entity to sharpensbest.com. I travel an awful lot. We've had people say you need to organize a tour, a group, you know, a party to go. I'm going to do that. And that way, you know, with our new travel, executive travel, I can give them the details and names and everything else, and they'll pretty much do all the work. Great savings, by the way, from 35 to 70% off, you know, and that's cruises, hotels, week stays, things like that. That's great. So we'll get more into that in a little bit, but I did really enjoy my trip to Cancun. Went over to Cozumel. I didn't realize Cozumel was an island. I thought it was just you know, another beach city, and it's not. It's an island. There's a little story in that too that I'm going to tell you about making sure you know the price of your stay, because the next morning they hit you up with almost equal tax bill for what the night's stay was. Of course, that's the next morning after you've already stayed and they have your driver's license, and now you owe them, okay? I didn't. I used social media to get rid of that $37 charge on a $43 a night room. So we'll talk about that. I just don't want people to get caught. It's not because I'm mad. It ticked me off a little bit, but I just don't want unsuspecting people to get caught that way and then feel trapped like I have to pay it because they have my driver's license. They'll call the cops, you know. There's other ways to handle that when it comes up, so we'll talk about that too. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to go back down in the not too distant future. Pretty soon I'm headed for Puerto Vallarta. Going to be down there the month of February, and so that's going to be pretty cool. I go down there, try to go down in February, the last 3 years now, Some friends of mine from Everett, Washington, an old boss, him and his wife go down there, and now they have bought a condominium. So I stay in a little hotel for a while, and then I stay with them. Actually, I'll be with them probably 3 weeks this year, and just a week in my hotel. And we just all get together, have fun, go out for drinks and eat and music. Mike plays the harmonica. You can harmonica Mike or something like that, part of our area from last year. What do you play, Cabo? Do you play sticks? Huh? Do you play sticks? I think that's what you play. You play sticks, you and Ridgely. So, you know, pretty soon I'll be down there. I'll see if I can't find some knives to sharpen down there, have some fun. It's time to start organizing some trips. I go to a lot of these places so much that I know the areas, I know the place, I know how to get around. When you fly in, I know how not to take a taxi unless you have quite a bit of luggage. A taxi might be $15, where the city bus just across the street, it'll take an hour to get there versus 20 minutes, but the taxi might be $15 and the city bus is only $1.25. Plus you get to see the city just a little bit more, so that makes it more fun. And so, you know, follow us, watch, look, learn, listen, see what I'm up to, where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing. I always try to get some tips in there to help the, you know, fellow travelers out. You know, the tips that at the gun shows, I like people to come up to the table. I want to keep them there about 10 minutes. And why do I want them to keep them there 10 minutes? I just want them to have a mini sharpening seminar. I go over a lot of different styles and kinds and types of sharpening, and you know, how to sharpen different types of knives, different bevels, the hardness, the dullness. You know, whether I might use the V-notch or don't use the V-notch. Things like that. When they walk away, you even take a 60-year-old guy who says, you know, I learned more in 10 minutes right here at this table than I did in the last 60 years, you know, so that's good. So this is Brad Buckner, sharpensbest.com. Come along for the trip, you know, enjoy. I hope you learn something. I hope you get to laugh, see some different country, different places, and, you know, learn and get some entertainment out of it. This is Brad Buckner, sharpensbest.com. You take care. You stay sharp out there.